Hi, guys. Welcome to my first ever podcast, the We Should Have Recorded This podcast. This is my very first episode, and I'm just so thrilled and beyond elated to finally be doing this and to take you guys on this journey with me. This has been in the works for a very long time, and I'm just really grateful to finally be doing this. So, for today, since it's my first podcast, I thought what better way to start this off than with the people who know me best. And so, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my amazing and beautiful friends. Guys, before I introduce you, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this. And I know it's not easy. We're all busy in life. We're all, just wrapped up in personal things and just work and whatnot. And it takes a lot to show up for people. And I'm just really grateful that you guys took out the time to do this with me. It's not easy. I know there's cameras in front of us and it can be, you do get a little self-conscious, and I understand that. And it does take a lot to do this. And I just feel really special and really blessed that you guys are doing this literally for me. So thank you. All right, I'm going to introduce my amazing friends now. First, we have Mikhail. He is just the most amazing person. He is a sweetheart. He's an insanely good chef. And then I have Arzish. She's a fashion designer. She also happens to be my most stylish friend. And she is just the most honest and the most just real person. And she and I have had many conversations about this podcast. And I know that she's really, really happy to be here. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I was nervous at first, but
Okay.
I think I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we're finally doing this.
I know.
We've been planning this for so
I'm
long.
really glad to. And then we have the mother of our group, Khatija, who also happens to be an incredible artist. She's an international artist, if you will. And she's like dying right now.
much.
But Khattu, we call her Khattu. She is also an amazing chef. By the way, all three of us like cook.
Yeah,
Arzish,
I
Yeah,
eat.
true.
Arzish
She likes to
cooks,
eat.
okay? But you make really good chai though.
Yeah, I think
you
you're
do.
the only
Arzish,
person
you
who
do.
thinks of
Baby,
it.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
You do.
I'm the one who just asked you guys to make my favorite food, and then I
That's
show
true.
up
And
and
she
I
just
eat.
comes, yeah. But that's okay. We need people to eat the food also.
Yeah.
So it's fine. And Khattu is, thank you for doing this. Khattu's been like my therapist also throughout this, because she's like that one friend who I can call literally at 4 a.m. and just cry and vent. And then she always has encouraging things to say. And her energy is just the warmest. And I'm so, so happy to finally share my friendship with all of these beautiful individuals here today. So guys, how are we feeling?
I mean,
How are you
it's
feeling?
new.
Like honestly, are you guys feeling good?
Us in a studio with lights and
Like
cameras,
this.
but at the same time, it feels like nothing that has changed. It's just like how we were before we came. Oh.
Yeah. I guess the intention behind this is to really just have very honest conversations. And since this is the first episode and it is an introduction to this whole thing that I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create a sense of community. And I want people who are listening to this to eventually feel like they're included and to feel like they could also perhaps be a part of a conversation such as this. And this episode is going to be centered around friendship because we're friends and we've known each other for a very long time. Arzish and I actually used to go to the same school, but we were not friends back then. we all became friends in university. So that's the one thing that we all have in common, is that we all went to the same university, which is IVS, the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture. And all these years later, we somehow still remained friends. And what in your opinion, guys, is the key to that? How do you maintain a good and healthy long-term friendship? Like how does that happen?
Definitely low maintenance friendships. The ones that require a constant check-in are the ones that are not likely to last. The ones where when any one of us needs all three of us to be there, all four of us to be there, we're going to be there when need be. But otherwise, we know everyone's busy in their lives. They're doing what they've got to do. And I guess that plays a big part in, us still being friends.
You know what they say, right? Like, have you guys ever had like a chipku friend?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes.
friends who are
Relate to
just
that.
like
Yes.
really
Yes.
chipku, and they're like constantly like at it, and they're constantly
I feel like
checking.
I'm your chipku friend.
No, you're not. You're not though. You're not. Okay, sometimes, but no, you're not. You're not. And also, when I get a little annoyed, then you kind of you understand. You give me space. But what you said is very important. I think low maintenance friendships, especially as adults. You know, when you're younger, it's different because you're young and you know you don't have a lot of responsibilities, you don't have a lot going on really in life other than school and tuitions and whatever else. But as an adult, when you have a 9 to 5 job or a job and you have added responsibilities, your friends need to understand that. You know, your friends need to kind of give you space, and you also need to reassure your friends that we're here, but like we don't have to like text all the time because
Yes.
that's not even
Yes.
realistic, you know. What about you, Khatu? How do you maintain?
I honestly feel when it comes to friends, you need to find people who are like-minded, people who are like you, people who don't make you feel exhausted after you meet them. Every time, I don't know if the viewers know this, but we all four have a group called the Wholesome Foursome. And it's
Who came up with that name,
I don't know,
by
it's
the
so
way? Who came up
cheesy.
with it?
It's so cheesy,
Who
but
came up with it?
No.
It's literally called. I love it. I love it. It's
but
so
you know,
good.
it's called that because we actually feel so good after meeting each other. We feel inspired, we feel relaxed, we feel like we're full of energy, and it helps us move ahead in life with a positive view. And that's very important as an adult because the world around you is so scary and difficult and traumatizing. You need that constant like uplifting, and whenever you get to meet your friends, whenever you're all busy and you finally get to make that plan after so long, it feels like a privilege. And that's why after so many years we've all just kept meeting and meeting and meeting, and Wholesome Foursome has kept on going.
And I guess like we also do have moments where we kind of don't meet for months. But
Yeah.
when we do, it's like we never stopped meeting. And I
Nothing
think that
changed.
is what it means to have a low maintenance friendship, essentially, right? Is to know that, yeah, we don't have to see each other all the time, but the love's still there. And the friendship doesn't have to like change, even though we're evolving. But that doesn't mean that I feel differently towards, you know, just because we haven't met for so and so, you know, for so many months or whatever. And another thing that I think with friendship is that it's easier when you're with people who are like-minded, like Khatu said. You know, I mean, if you have to really try when you're sitting with someone and you feel like you're having to pretend to be someone else, because we're all pretending anyway, right? In life, we're constantly pretending. We're wearing all these different hats and masks and whatnot. You know, at work you're different. In the house also, a lot of times you
Yeah.
have to be different. You know, with different people, obviously different sides if you come out. But I think with your friends, you kind of just have to be able to be yourself, man. Like you kind of just have to be able to like take that like breath of like you need to be able to just sigh and like feel at ease and not have to pretend to be someone that you're not. Because the minute you start to feel that way, then that's clearly not a good friendship. How can that be healthy for you if you come back home feeling drained or exhausted? You know? So I feel like that's what you guys have been for me since like the beginning, you know. I remember Khatu and I, how we became friends. It was would you like
Oh
to
my
share that
God.
story?
I remember this was in our
Oh my god.
first year of fine art, and me and Trinette had all the same classes. There was this one particular class. What was the name of the class?
Video something.
Video art or something.
Video art, yeah.
Video something.
What was it called, Ax?
I think it was called New Media.
Yeah,
media
new
art.
media art. And I remember I would be this like angry loner sitting alone in my black clothes right in the
Right
front
at
of the class.
No, right at the back of the class.
I mean, it was right next to the board, you know,
yeah. Okay.
the projector. And every day I'd noticed Trinette would just come and sit next to me. I did not know who this
Like a
girl
little
was.
weirdo.
Yeah, like a little chooser. You just come very eagerly, happily, sit right next to me, wide-eyed, try to strike conversation. And in the beginning, I was very confused and I was a bit like scared. Why does this girl keep talking to me? I just want to mind my own business.
Oh my god, I'm
And
sorry.
like do the work, listen to the lectures. But eventually, like, she kept sitting next to me for some strange reason, and we ended up talking, and then it just took off from there.
Yeah. Do you remember the first thing I said to you? Because I don't. It was probably something weird.
So I don't know.
It's probably
I
like,
know
hi, I want to be friends with you. I remember seeing you in our orientation day. I remember you and Mikhail were sitting together.
Yeah, because
We were
because
clinging
we
on to each
Isaac
other.
and Miku, we've known each other since we were 3 years
Yeah,
old.
because you guys went to the
Yeah.
same school,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is literally what, like, Arzush and I went to the same
Yeah.
school also. So I knew her. And I remember going to orientation day and you were sitting behind me or in front of me. I don't know.
where I was sitting, but I remember you came up to me.
I
and you
said hi to
Yeah.
you because she was the only familiar face there in a sea of kids that I
I was
know.
surprised that you
You
said
know?
hi to me because I think
Why?
we met 20 years ago.
Yeah, we've known each other
And,
for a long time.
yeah. And the first time I met you, we were in grade 3 together. You don't remember this?
I don't remember.
We were
this.
both
I remember you in school.
introverts.
I don't remember this story, even though you've told me many
Yeah,
times.
many times. I remember you were just sitting in a corner and you were making a card for someone and you were drawing this really cute spiral pattern. And I just thought it was really cool. And you had this little corn-shaped eraser. And I just thought you were really cool and really talented. And I walked up to you and I said hi. And you ignored me. And I just thought you were
I probably didn't hear you.
Maybe, because people tell me I'm soft-spoken.
Yeah, you are.
And then we never really hung out after that. We never really spoke to each other.
we didn't. But I remember, like, in school, you were always you always gave me a very, like, warm and sweet, like, energy. I would see you and we'd always say hi to each other.
Yeah, but
I
we
remember
never
used to-
got to be friends.
We never got to be friends, and then I don't even know if you were in the same class after grade 3. Were we? I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But yeah, and then so at IVS, like, I saw you and I was like, भाई ये मैं इसको ही जानती हूँ, hi बोल देती हूँ और फिर देखते हैं क्या होता है. Then I said hi to her and then we just kind of, I don't even know, very naturally, very organically kind of became friends. We also just happened to be in the same class. And then you knew Miku
Yeah.
since
know how
before.
that happened.
So
Oh,
I
wait,
met
yes.
both of you through art in a way,
Art,
like because
yes.
when I saw her drawing, I remember going back home and making the same pattern in my notebook. And then with you, I met you in art class,
Yes,
and then I just saw
yes.
you were really cool, and
That was a lot of fun.
you were. I think you were painting something, and I just thought it was really impressive. And I sat next to you, and I wanted to learn from you, and
Yeah.
I've learned so much from you.
Likewise.
And then I think on the first day of university, we all met each other and
Yeah.
we've been friends.
And
ever
it's
since.
really interesting how, like, okay, Khatu and I were in the same, like, department, but even then we didn't have a lot of classes together, right? And you guys were in different departments, but we kind of somehow still, I think it was just, this was destined.
It was destined, it was
just,
fate.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was.
But also you have to make an effort, right? Like, we used to, at least you guys, me not so much, I will be honest. I don't think I make a lot of effort. Maybe now I try to. But you
She's waiting for someone to say no, you make
yeah,
effort.
I'm like waiting for someone, like, but you guys agree with me. Okay, fine, I'm a bad friend.
No.
But no, so but you guys, like, really, I think, have maintained this.
It's happened very
each individual.
naturally.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But friend, like, you do have to put a little bit. Oh, by the way, I call her friend because that's just this is what we do. But, like, there has been a certain amount of effort that's sort of come into all of this. Things don't, I mean, of course, it's meant to be and it's been very organic and whatever, but, like, initiating plans or, like, making a point to show up for each other's birthdays or just, like, wishing each other for Christmas or Eid, what these things, they matter. It does make a difference. You know, you do have to kind of, in order to sustain any relationship, you do have to put a certain amount of effort. And then, of course, there's luck and other things that come into play. So, guys, I want to ask you guys a question now. What's a recent high and a recent low that you guys might have experienced?
I like how everyone's just looking at me like,
Okay,
you
think
go.
I'll tell you mine. Then you guys can think. Okay. So my recent high has to be this podcast. Like, come on. Okay, it is this podcast. I am living my high right now. It's just been such a so. I mean, saying it like, oh, I want to start my own podcast. It's very easy, and you don't kind of realize how much work it actually takes and how much of thought goes into this. And when you do see the final product, all you see is a video, but all the stuff that happens behind that, like all the stuff that kind of informs that final video, nobody gets to see that. And it all started with an idea. I think I was not just an idea, I was inspired because I do watch a lot of podcasts and I've always wanted to have mine. And it started from there. And it's taken me so long to finally do this. And so this is very surreal for me. I truly feel like I am dreaming right now. It's kind of crazy. So that's my high. It was a very long answer. Sorry. I do tend to talk a lot, hence the podcast. But my low, I don't know what my low is. I think a recent low of mine is just my parents moving. It is still very recent, and it's been a very challenging time for me and for my brother as well. It's just him and I right now, and it's been a very transitionary phase, and it's been a low. But yeah. What about
Katu,
you?
tell us your
Katu, tell us yours. What's a recent high?
Like this seems very small, but like I paint for a living. So
It's not small, it's huge. Just
Guys.
FYI.
but when I finish a painting, I get this really extreme high that okay, I've given birth to something. And that's very important to me. So my high recently was I finished a painting, which was very difficult to finish because I wasn't sure which way it was going. But now it's finally done. So that's my high.
What's been your low?
My low, so I have 8 cats,
And how many dogs, just for the people to know that you basically live in a zoo?
5 dogs. 5 dogs.
Okay.
4 little dogs, 1 big dog.
I love that for you though.
So my low is my 1 cat right now. He's sick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's our oldest one.
Oh.
His name is Laddu. So we're taking him to the vet a lot. It's a bit stressful, but he's comfortable and he is on the way to recovery. But just the process,
Yeah.
because we all love animals, and just seeing any of like our babies in pain. So that has been
That's tough.
yeah.
That's really tough, Khatu. I think people who don't have or have never had pets, and I don't even want to say pets because they are
Yeah,
family. Like,
literally.
that's literally family. That's a family member. Sometimes people think I'm crazy when I refer to my dog and my cat as my kids because they don't understand because they've never had that. But it's such a profound love. It is literally, I can't compare it to anything else.
It's basically like with humans, we can talk, we have emotions, humans hurt one another, but animals are voiceless. All they give is love.
Yeah.
And when you have a bond with a creature that is voiceless and all you have is love for them and all they have is love for you, they depend on you to literally keep them alive. That's a type of love you'll never experience in life with a person. A love for an animal is nothing like what you'd experience with people. So
That's so true.
and the ones who actually get to experience that, I consider them extremely lucky. Extremely lucky.
Absolutely. I think after I got a dog, my heart kind of expanded. Like, I could love more. Strangely. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Don't you feel
but
like you never realized you could love in that way?
yeah, maybe that's what I meant to say is that, but also like then I started looking at other animals very differently.
Yeah.
You know?
We went through the same
'Cause
thing.
then,
We were
yeah.
always dog people. Suddenly these cats
And then the
came in our
cat
life.
came, and I
Yeah.
love that little guy. Like, he's so annoying, but I love him. I don't want to I want anything bad to happen to him. He's
Of
also
course.
like so innocent. They're so dependent on you. They're so innocent, and they're so just, they look at you with like hope and love, and they don't really want much else
except for food.
except for
The
food.
food,
And,
yeah.
and my cat also poops everywhere.
Everywhere.
But that's fine. That's fine.
I
It is
think
what
it's
it is.
amazing how all of us got pets at the same age, and
Yeah.
then I don't really want to talk about this, but we all lost our pets, all three of us, at the same time,
Yeah.
at around the same time, and
And
I
that
don't
was
want to talk about
I'm sorry, I'm not
losing
letting you
my-
talk about
my
Okay.
Riley, Leo,
But, yeah.
Riley, oh
I'm just
god.
glad when
I-
we
Yeah,
But that's something we all connected on as
yeah,
well.
and I'm glad I had
The
you
love for
guys.
senior pets, for senior animals, that they're going through whatever they are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine, guys. Like because Riley, no, it's fine. These are things that we should talk about. I think because my dog is getting older now, and I kind of keep preparing myself, like Axel and I both. Also because now it's just us at home with the babies, and so it's very bittersweet, and it's not even bittersweet. It's just scary. I don't want to think about it even. Like I don't even want to think about it because I don't know a life without him, and I don't want one without him. So anyway, okay, this got really sad.
I know. I wasn't expecting
you guys,
Really?
what about you guys? What's been your high and your low?
I guess a recent high, not too recent, but fairly recent, is just getting back on track, getting back into a routine. Just seeing the daylight, waking up at early
Yeah.
hours.
I can relate. I can
Exactly,
relate.
right?
Sunlight do you some
Sunlight,
good.
yeah, just waking up, being grateful for your day, starting off your day, just being grateful for the bare necessities. For the longest time, just not realizing that what we have, from food to the clothes to our family to our friends to our pets, everything, they're all just blessings in disguise, And a low would be that alongside this realization is the realization of family just getting older, parents, loved ones. So yeah, I guess that was a fairly bit of a low, but yeah. Besides that, I think it's been mostly a good high.
How do you kind of, I think we're all in the same boat with, like, we're all the same age essentially, and we're all going through this, right? Like our parents are getting old, we're getting older, the dynamics of the house, it kind of changes, yeah. So how are you guys dealing with that? Like what's it like? We're all in our 20s and nobody prepares you for this. Like nobody kind of tells you that, okay, you know what, things are gonna change, like your parents are gonna get old and life is gonna change, and no one can tell you. Also, this is just something that you kind of have to experience, so it's scary, and it also comes with its perks, I guess, especially when you start working, you start making your own money, and you can
You
do
learn
things. You
what
don't need permission for a lot of
responsibility is.
things. Yeah, but then there's responsibilities also. What's that been like for you guys?
For me in particular, you guys, you've met my parents. They're like little kids,
Yeah.
And I'm like the mom,
We
the
know.
strict mom, always scolding them. I have a very unique family, to say the least. So I'm used to it. I like babying my parents. I like bringing them like fancy meals to eat, spoiling them with drinks, taking care of them, giving them a lot of time, which is something I'm grateful for. Because living in Karachi, like, so many of our friends, they've moved abroad. They've moved on with their lives. They've gotten married and stuff. Like, I'm just lucky and grateful that, I get to give my parents a lot of time. So, that feeling of guilt which no one talks about when your parents get older, that's something I'm really lucky to say I don't feel, because I give them a bit too much time. So, yeah, that's my thing with
And
my
like
parents.
that's essentially what your parents want.
Oh yeah, they
is just your time.
take it all in. They
When
love
they're
it.
getting older, all they want is for you to give them a little bit of your time. That's literally it. What about you, friend? What's been your high and your low not this week, but like as of late?
So I recently went on vacation. I went to Bangkok.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
My favorite city in the world.
How was that?
it
How
was
is it?
really nice. I really enjoyed.
How many days
the
did you go
time.
for?
A couple. Not as long. I didn't stay for as long as I wanted
Okay.
to. But
Who does when they're on vacation, honestly?
but
I kind of get like after the 6th or 7th day, I kind of want to come home. Like I start missing my dog and stuff, you know.
Okay, yeah, the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just going out and wearing whatever I want to and just being out on the streets, and I really
Being able to walk.
I miss that. I think that's one thing I always miss whenever I come back. Just the freedom of going out and going to the grocery store, just
Yeah.
going for
Not
walks
feeling
and stuff,
scared.
and feeling safe,
Feeling
and
secure. Yeah.
being a little bit adventurous too, in that way. 'Cause
You
don't
did a
really do
few
that here.
adventurous things on your trip. Please share if you would like to. You did something really, really fun. You met someone, you met new people, you made
Yeah,
some friends.
I went to a concert all by myself, which was quite scary
Yeah.
because
But
I was
that's
scared.
so cool, friend. I even told you then. Like, that's so
Yeah.
cool that you did that.
Thanks.
Going to a concert alone
Yeah.
is very underrated in terms of like being cool. Like, I think that's really cool. Like, I don't know if I would ever do that. Like, go alone.
Out
To
of
a concert.
anxiety,
I don't know
like,
how
you
I
said
I would
that.
get
You
anxiety.
gotta have a lot of also like confidence
I
and
have love for music
and love
too.
for whoever you're going to see, of course, absolutely.
And it was just really nice just going on my own, and I realized that you can, if you push yourself to do different things, and everything turns out to be okay, and you actually learn a lot about yourself. And I'm not as dependent on
Yeah.
on others as I thought I was. And I think I met some really nice people there, and I had a really good time. The people there were really nice, and I wish we had more of that over here.
I know, me too, but I'm really happy that you kind of got to experience that, and I hope you get to go again. All right, guys, have you guys ever had a moment or an experience in your life where you felt like this moment or this experience should have been recorded? Like, have you ever had that moment you were like, damn, like this should have been recorded?
Every time I'm with you. Okay.
And why is that? Because we have some great conversations. Khattu.
Yeah, we say some really stupid things, which I really wish I could look back on.
Okay, sweet. What about you guys? Literally,
I
like
agree
that's
with
your
her,
answer
yeah.
Actually,
though. Okay, I feel very special. Thanks. Okay, you guys,
I agree with Khatu,
Yeah,
to be very
same.
honest, yeah.
like with us.
Yeah, because when we're together, it goes from like we're laughing, literally rolling on the floor.
2 minutes
then-
later, we're like
yeah,
sobbing.
We were literally
Yeah,
sobbing
talking
on
about,
something.
like, our problems.
Yeah, and we all can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally every moment we are together, we should have recorded that. We should have recorded that.
How apt.
Very,
Like,
very.
perfect name. Thanks, Mahmooda. Okay. What about you? Same answer.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to think. I feel like
I
no.
swear.
Okay.
Also, I love how whenever we're together, we're all very honest, and we talk about how we're feeling.
Yeah.
And we don't really talk about anyone else. And I
Yeah.
love that about
I
you.
mean-
So
I mean-
self-absorbed, guys.
I want to know how your day went. I want to know your thoughts on different topics. And I
Yeah.
share the weirdest things about my life with you very comfortably. And I know you all do the same with me. And I love it. And it's just very wholesome, very funny.
Yeah. By the way, guys, did we mention what our group is called on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
We're gonna name this series. This is gonna be a series, and we're gonna name it the Wholesome Foursome
Yeah.
series. Okay? Think what the hell you want to. This is what we're gonna name it. Okay? All right. So, guys, I also wanted to kind of touch on social media, a little bit of mental health. We all have Instagram accounts. We're all social media consumers. I think it's hard not to be one in today's day and age. But we didn't grow up with social media. Like, none of us did, right? When we were in school, we didn't even have phones. Like, I got my first phone, I think, when I was in class 6 or 7, and it was like a tiny little Nokia phone
Like
that
12,
it wasn't a
13, yeah.
smartphone, right? I mean, I would literally play that snake game on it, and yeah, so like those OG phones, right? And then social media kind of happened, I think, when we really started like ending college, starting uni, when it kind of became like a thing. I remember Orchid hota tha pehle, then there was Tumblr, Twitter, and then like Facebook, of course.
Farmwell.
So yeah, Farmwell.
Dude, I played that way too much.
Yeah.
fun.
And there was also that taxi game, remember, on Facebook?
Yes, there
Crazy
was.
Taxi or something it
Crazy
was called.
Taxi.
Yeah.
Was that Facebook? Was that mini clip?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I used to play it on Facebook on my
Crazy
PC.
Taxi,
Oh my god!
yes.
And then MSN,
MSN,
Messenger.
yes.
Messenger.
Yeah.
I'd like get home from school, open like the PC just to talk to my
Yeah.
cousin.
Start
Like, you
nudging.
know,
That was the
nudging
whole thing.
everyone.
Turning that PC on was a whole ritual.
It was such a thing. And that was our WhatsApp back then. It was kind of like WhatsApp,
Yeah.
right? Or like DMs on Instagram.
Guys, by that Happy Pets game in which you'd
Have a
adopt.
pet?
That was
Yeah.
Pet,
No,
Pet
lots
Society.
of
I used to
pets.
play
And you'd
Pooh.
make them have babies and stuff too. And
Hell
I
no.
remember this game. I never played it. There was also Sims.
I didn't play that.
Sims,
Yeah.
yes,
I
yes,
also never
Sims.
played that, but
I think
people
you
were
have to pay for
crazy.
it. And I
Yeah.
was too young.
Sims,
we broke.
restaurant,
Yeah.
We
city.
didn't have money back then, okay? Sometimes
Only
we
free
still don't
stuff.
have money. But so anyway, so like, you know, like social media and a lot of what we do, at least a lot of what I do is on social media. And I know, Miku, you have, you know, your small homegrown business, right? It's on social media. That's where you kind of get your orders from. So with you, you know, you have your makeup page and you do makeup. You know, you take clients in, you do styling, all these things you do, which also has a lot to do with how you market yourself on social media. And then Katu, of course, with you have your art page, you know, where you do have to post your work. That's essentially like an online portfolio
Exactly.
of sorts, right?
Yeah.
And even with me, for what I do for a living, I do have to post a lot of work in order to be relevant or to just kind of stay in the game. And I also kind of treat my page as a portfolio, which I kind of want to change that a little bit. I want to put more content from just like my real life and things like that. But how has social media kind of affected you guys? Or has it at all? Has it had any kind of an impact on you, good or bad?
I think for the longest time, it had a bad impact. And I wasn't understanding it as a bad impact. I was thinking of it as just being cool, putting up with the latest trends, showing people where I am, what I'm doing, right? I thought that's what I'm doing, but at the back of my head, subconsciously, 110%, it was bad influence on me for that time period. And what does that lead to? You just one day deactivate your account. You're not using social media. You're not posting your
I
face.
feel you.
You're just posting, you know, like, okay, I ate this or I did that.
Hmm.
Sometimes you don't even do that.
Yeah.
And then after a few years, when you recoup, you find your personality, you find yourself, and you make your presence known again, I guess.
Yeah. You feel like it's almost like you feel this like pressure to kind of post
Yeah.
because everyone's doing it. And then obviously you're on Instagram and you're constantly consuming content and you're looking at like what someone is doing. And then you kind of find yourself like stalking some random ass celebrity who you don't even
From
know.
a page to a
And
page
you're
to a
kind of
page.
just consuming
Yeah.
all this content where most of it is really not even real, right? You don't know if it's real or not, and mostly it's never actually the truth.
Yeah.
And then you kind of start to make these comparisons, right? It's like you can't help it. The only way to help it is to kind of stay away from it or take a break. What about you, friend? Like, do you find yourself in similar situations on social media? Are you good with kind of controlling it?
I think with my private account, I feel comfortable because it's only a few of my close friends were there. But of course, like posting publicly I find it terrifying. I don't see myself as a confident person. I have always been scared of how other people would view me. And but I think it takes a lot of courage to like to even share a single post about either your work or with your face. And but I think nowadays, if you want to do anything, you have to use social media. How else can you promote your products and stuff?
Yeah, that's like a form of marketing now, right? Like that's literally what it is. But I think that you can be a not so confident person and still post. Can that aid to your insecurities? I think it can, but I think that goes without saying. Like, I think it's bound to kind of happen. Like, how are you on social media 24/7 and not drawing comparisons? Like, how is that possible? I find that difficult. Or are there people out there who are not affected by it? I don't know. See, like, it has its pros and cons, obviously. But for me personally, I do take social media breaks very often, now more so than ever. You know, I kind of do delete the app on my phone, especially Instagram. Like Twitter, I kind of love. I have a private account on Twitter. I'm very low key there. And I follow a lot of like things that I like poetry and artists and things like, and even a little bit of news. So that's like my safety net. But Instagram, I do delete very often. I kind of like, and I find when I do that, I feel better instantly. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just really sensitive as a person, or if it's just me kind of tapping out and doing something for myself. Like I feel like I need a break and then I just take it and then I don't care. Like I'm like, no, I'm off it. And then I come back on and I'm like, why did I come back on? So it's kind of that like back and forth, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out my rhythm in all of this and where I stand in all of this. But also the algorithm, like sometimes there's some really, I don't know how else to say, like trash content that comes on my on my feed, and I hate that I have to watch some stuff that I don't want to, and then it like kind of puts me into this spiral of just negative thought.
It's
And
literally, there's a word for this. It's literally called brain rot.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
brain rot content.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like it's affected your attention span as well? Like, do you feel like it's more difficult for you to sit down and watch movies or to focus on tasks just because you're so used to scrolling and watching 1 minute videos on your phone all the time?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, I also think that it's kind of made me almost dependent on it. Like in the sense that there has to be something playing in the background all the time. Like silence is not good for me. And like I want to kind of work on that, but there's always a podcast or something playing, whether I'm like doing the dishes or cleaning my room or whatever. There has to be something playing in the background, which is like this strange habit that I've kind of adapted. What about you, Khattu? Social media, art.
For me,
You-
like, it's, I want to like expand upon like what you said, Arzish. Like, the whole public account situation. For me, I'm a very anxious person. If I like to hide, I don't like attention. So if there's a lot of attention on something that I do, then I kind of like panic and I just want to hide. So the thing with art is it's like my portfolio, like you said, and that's how the world gets to see my work. That's how I get opportunities, because for artists we don't have LinkedIn's, we don't get like job offers. It's not nothing like that. We get approached through Instagram mostly, that's, and through word of mouth. So for me, it's like when I would post and then suddenly I get a lot of attention, I would get a bit anxious because I don't know a lot of the people who are liking my stuff. And I'm very grateful for it. But when you see it from a point of view of someone who is very anxious all the time, then it can, you tend to stay away from it to avoid attention. And that's something I was not prepared for. Like when we were in university, I thought, okay, I'm just going to paint because I love painting. I didn't think it would be like so much like on me. Like people come to your exhibitions, they come to see you, it's about you. I wasn't ready for that. And I think that's something I'm also trying to work on. Like, you need to stay relevant also. That's also important with your practice. Especially when you do not have other forms of like, getting
Income?
yeah. And especially as a freelance fine artist who does painting for a living. So that for me has been the biggest challenge with Instagram, when a lot of people would say a lot of different things. A lot of people would say, you know like sometimes there would be like backlash if I would post like about me personally. So these things, they scare me. But over the years I've learned that you need to grow a thick skin. There are a lot of people out there who will also be mean. There'll also be a lot of weird messages. There will,
Yeah.
like, strange things happen on the
They do
net. You open your
happen, yeah.
DMs, like, everyone
Yeah.
sees weird things.
Hidden messages,
Yeah.
message requests.
Yeah. It's
Message requests.
Will you
no.
friendships
like,
be-
it can be quite
Really
traumatizing sometimes.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like the content itself, like personally for me, I don't really consume so much. But when it comes to posting about me, it's always like, oh, okay, I'm scared to have like eyes on me or people seeing me. But at the same time, you need to grow also.
gotta
You need
do
to
it
stay
sometimes,
relevant. So it's
yeah.
like this contradiction, this cycle. So that's also something I'm learning, to embody as well. And yeah.
It's a journey,
It
much
is.
like everything else in life, I suppose. But I do think that, social media has its pros and cons, and it's just about like finding your own rhythm and your own balance, and not following what everyone else is doing, and kind of just doing what feels right to you. Alright, guys, we're gonna play a few games now. Let's see. And there's also a little gift, okay, in the end. Yeah. Okay, so the first game that we're gonna play is Who Knows Trinette Best. So let's see.
Oh god.
Just
Oh,
self-obsessed
God.
girl I am.
I'm feeling quite confident about this one.
Okay, good.
Let's hope I don't
Let's
embarrass
see. Let's
myself.
see who wins. I feel like I don't know some of the
I feel like
questions.
Arzi is gonna win.
Yeah, you know. I feel like
Let's see.
Khatu is also.
Hattu might win.
She might. Okay, come on. All right. So you guys all have boards.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like a teacher.
I'm
Okay,
really
let's-
disappointed if I
What's
get
the next
something
question?
wrong.
Okay. You all have tissues now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. The first question is, what are my two middle names?
Your actual middle names or your fake one?
My
Because I
real-
read that too.
Yeah, because you
My real.
remember.
My real.
I'm totally gonna
Okay.
spell this wrong, and I just know
I've
one.
written it.
Okay.
My mouth
All
is
of you.
dry.
All of you show the camera.
Don't you look here?
Spelled
I saw
it.
you
You
look
spelled
here
it wrong.
I definitely spelled it wrong.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. I mean,
I've definitely.
Miku,
Oh, yeah.
Does that matter? Does the spelling matter?
I don't know if I don't know
Does
which
the
name is
spelling
first. I
matter?
know this is your name, but I don't know which one is
Acha,
first.
hurry up. We
Okay.
don't have much time now.
Okay, okay.
Why? How do you not know this, yaar?
I know this, but I don't know
Acha,
which
okay.
one comes
Try
first.
to respell it.
You? Galat likha hai na?
That's your
Definitely
fake middle
wrong.
name.
This is the fake one.
I only
Yeah.
know this one.
You are.
Okay.
Should I say it?
Oh, show it to the camera. Show it on
Okay,
that
I
camera.
have spelled
Khatu,
it wrong.
come on. It's
but
okay.
you are Trinette Mary Joni Lucas.
What?
That's your fake
Trinette?
one. What's your real one?
You
What
don't
is that?
It's actually Mary Joni. You are
Yeah.
correct.
I thought
Oh,
Are we
man.
running our numbers?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
what it's. Yeah,
Sinead is
tiny.
the fake one. It's the one I wish my parents named me. And so I just use that. That'll be my stage name if I'm ever like, you know,
This girl is
I think
teeny.
you already
Stage
are
person.
famous. Joni was the fake one.
like a singer.
Celebrity.
Alright, what was my grandma's name? My dad's mom.
Yeah,
Oh.
what is happening now? This I was going
I'm,
grandmom.
like, so
I was going
heartbroken.
grandmother.
Yeah, come
I
on.
really hope this is right.
Miku,
Wait, I know her name. but I
दिल
forgot.
टूट रहा है यार मेरा.
यार मैं खाना खिला दूंगा बाद में.
This is your aunt's name. This is your aunt's name.
This is my aunt's name.
Fuck.
Janu. This is
What's
not
your
mine.
grandma's
I
name?
feel
actually?
like there was a Mary in there.
No, there is no Mary. No, I know her name.
There was a Mary, right? I was right. I was
Just
right.
gonna write Mary.
I was right, grandmom Mary. Okay.
Katu, you also don't know.
I know. I don't know.
She's
I knew.
Amma.
I feel. Okay, none of you know this. Her name was Rosemary. And
I got half of it right, grandmom Mary.
I think they should
Oh
get
my
half
God.
So
points.
Khattu and I
Should we
get
give-
half and
Yeah.
half.
Should we give them half?
Yeah,
let's-
you should give them
You
half
too
points.
wrote my auntie's name. Like,
Aunt Gloria.
can't say. Achha,
I
chalo.
think she's my favorite person in your family.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay, sweet. Alright. What's my favorite color? You can give 2-3 options, it's fine. Because even I don't know what my exact favorite.
Right? Like,
I don't.
okay, I know you like all these colors a
Oh
lot.
my god, friend.
I feel like.
She's just writing the whole color wheel colors down.
I know these are your favorite colors, okay?
Okay, I'm just choosing like the top two. I know.
I'm
Yeah,
choosing
just,
two, yeah,
just
I'm
write a
choosing
few.
two.
Okay, fine.
I know you like red, lavender,
Red
gold.
and bright green.
You like gold. And
Okay, lavender and turquoise.
I wrote
Wow.
turquoise.
She wrote like 5 options.
It's okay, guys.
You can give both of them.
I know you
one
like to
point.
wear red
And
and
Miku,
gold.
no, you didn't write either, na?
No,
Then
I
zero.
didn't.
Okay, zero. Okay.
I don't know what she wears.
Alright, Patu, you might know this one actually. What's my favorite band? Like top 2 or
fuck.
chalo 1.
Oh, Trinette, there's so many.
What's my favorite band ever? Like
She sang. Nahi.
Shit.
I'm just writing one.
it's not Adele.
No,
I pretend
it's
to
like
listen,
old
but I-
school.
I don't remember.
I have
No,
my
I know
answer.
that's not it. I know that's not how you spell it. Wait, no, I know this.
I'm just gonna write something very generic.
I'm not
Is
saying
it
anything.
Simon
Don't look
or
at me.
something?
Friend, you don't ask me.
Don't cheat! Miku's just gonna write
I'm writing what I like.
Simon and something. I forgot.
I can't. Okay, come on. Hurry up, yaar. We need to move to the
I
new
forget.
to the next
Yeah,
one.
wait,
Google
wait.
to
See,
find.
if you don't know, just write I don't know.
Can I use Google? Because I forgot
no,
the
you
name of
can't.
the full
You
band.
can't, and it's wrong anyway.
I know. Oh wait, no, there's a third one.
Who knows this one? I don't.
Yeah, I'm just
She
gonna say it's
listens to the same
Beatles because
kind
I
of
like
music.
them. That's what I'm gonna say.
I like them.
I know I'm
What
wrong.
did you write? Okay, Pink Floyd.
Oh, Pink Floyd.
I want Pink Floyd.
Yeah, you did. No, the Simon
ABBA.
kahan se aa gaya? Simon and Gar.
I don't
Funkel.
fucking know.
No,
Do
I
I
wrote
get a
Radiohead
point?
and Pink Floyd.
Do
but
I get a
yes,
point?
you did.
But this is your very
Yeah.
current. You love these two.
Pink Floyd, I love. Yeah, yeah.
It's your dad's favorite band too.
Yeah, and I just like love to copy my dad. So I have no personality of my own. Okay, daddy. Okay. Who's my favorite person? If you don't know this now,
हाँ,
I'm
वाकई
not
में।
calling you my next episode.
पक्की बात है।
You copy me.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't want to be mean. What if she?
We all know this.
Dad.
Yeah, it's
Uncle
my
Ozzy.
dad.
Oh really? I got
Ozzy.
it right. Oh yeah.
Ozzy the OG.
You're Frankie
Oh,
as
man.
well.
My darling. What would you do with Frankie also? Frankie too, but my dad first.
That's why I wrote it first.
Okay. What's my favorite thing to do when I'm at home?
Of recent or in general?
It's general.
Okay.
You can write a couple of things down. क्या ऐसे लिख रही हो?
There are two. One I'm sure about. The other one is very recent, I think.
That was like proper
You like to
hiding it
paint.
for me. Yeah, okay. I
Okay.
wrote coke, listen to music, lay in bed with a candle on.
Yeah. What about all those watercolor paintings, yaar?
And I do like to paint
हाँ,
also.
no?
You like to sing.
I
you
like to watch podcasts.
podcasts and you like buying
Podcasts,
I
stuff
think all of them
online.
get a point. Yeah. Poop. Oh, I do be loving a poop. Hell yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna cut that out. Nobody needs to know my business. Okay.
Reality.
What, guys? This is very recent, and I played this at your house. So if you forgot now,
I know it, but I forgot what it's called. It's
What?
that song, na?
what? I forgot.
Yeah.
And you were singing.
Even
what
I forgot, I'm telling
would
you
the
now.
theme song of my life be?
I know this,
Oh,
but I
we
don't
played
know
that very
this.
recently.
No one was paying attention.
Can I just write one line from it?
No one was paying attention.
It's
Okay.
something like, can I say it?
You want to sing it?
No.
Okay, just say
Ew.
it. Right. It's fine.
No, I don't know what to write though.
I don't remember.
Something like, Mama, they made me do something.
No.
Okay.
There's no
You
mama.
definitely weren't listening.
She went so fake now.
I thought she knew the confidence was real though.
I heard it.
confidence.
And I told you guys, just listen to the lyrics.
Huh.
And no one listened. Even you did.
We started talking about something very serious.
We were having
Yeah.
dinner. We were busy.
Okay, fine. None of you know this?
No.
No.
Okay. Then let's get
She
this
doesn't
question.
buy
I'm
the
so
concept.
disappointed. ऐसे दोस्त होने चाहिए. अच्छा, how old is my dog?
Oh.
Ooh.
Axel?
I think Axel thoda. I'm not sure. I wrote two.
Okay.
Right?
10.
Okay, so I got
He's
it.
10.
He's 10?
Yes, he's
I
10.
wrote 9 or 10.
Yes, you win. Half amount. Oh no, chalo 1.
I wrote 10.
You're literally winning.
I knew I'd win. I won the gift.
हाँ,
Give us a
proper.
chance.
जायज़ होना चाहिए.
Okay, don't show this answer on camera and don't say I won't say the name or anything,
Okay.
but who is a person that I had beef with a few years ago?
Or just start the essay. Yeah.
Don't show it, okay?
Here you go.
Okay.
Wait.
Because
I was like,
yeah, you
Yeah.
still be following and liking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I.
It's fine.
it's okay, I'll unfollow
Okay,
them.
all of them get a point for this. It didn't come on camera now. Okay, good. What is my biggest fear?
What?
What's my biggest fear?
Oh, there's so many.
What's like the top? Yeah, sorry, I have a lot of
Should
fear.
I write
Scared
this?
person.
I don't want to write this.
I don't want to write this, it's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This, right? But like, I don't want to.
It's really sad.
What is it? What is it?
I wrote
spelling?
your parents not being
Oh.
around.
What?
That's you're so funny.
I remember this was the biggest fear in school.
I'm dead.
Oh my
I remember a guy asked you for directions, and you had literally a 2-hour panic attack after.
I'm scared of
I think she's changed now.
No. But that guy was he was stalking me, Khatu, like fully. He wasn't? No, remember? I thought he came with a weapon or something.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He had a backpack. It's normal to have that in school.
Okay. Yeah, no. I was paranoid that day for some reason. Okay. As I usually am. But no, I wrote losing my loved ones, which includes pets, people, whatever. Right?
Okay.
So you guys get a point and Khatu gets a 0. Okay.
So
Alright. How many years have I been in a relationship for?
Oh.
I
I like that. I was like, oh.
bad at math, but I remember
I
how
think
old you were. Can I just write that?
Almost.
So I
So
guess
write that and then calculate kar lo na.
नहीं होगा इतनी जल्दी calculate मुझसे.
Okay.
Right? Because you were 14. Oops, shit.
I am right.
Right?
I am right.
I haven't even written. I just wrote about.
It's been 17 years, right?
No, it is not.
How can it be?
You had the
Am I
10 year.
35?
You had your
Wait,
10
you
years
were
like a year
14?
and a half
So
ago.
count and now I'm
Plus
how
10,
old?
plus 3.
Really?
Oh, wait, no, fuck.
I think Khatu and I are very close.
Can we cut that out?
Khatu
That
and I
is
are
so
very
embarrassing.
close.
You were 14. I'm not doing the math. 13 years.
Who's the closest?
13.
She gets a
Really?
Yeah, 12
I don't
years.
know.
How long?
Oh,
Touch
God.
wood. God bless.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on camera.
Alright guys, this is the end of that game. Some of you played well while some of you, well,
I
it's
knew
okay.
the
We'll have a
answer.
conversation
We
later,
will.
okay? Who wins? I think, yeah, Arzish wins. Yay!
I called it.
Yay.
You knew you would win.
Yeah,
Already
I
told me.
did.
She was like,
No, she
"Nahi
didn't."
jeeti."
That's because I listened.
Khatu, you were the second. You came second.
Oh, yes. Katu's answers were the funniest.
Yeah.
You put like some confettis or something maybe in animation. I don't know if we can do that.
Go ahead.
Probably
I'm sure
can.
you
We'll
can.
see. We'll see. Okay, guys. So we have a small little present for you. It's by EFH Designs, and she's been super, super sweet and kind to give us a few gifts for this show, for this episode. Please follow her, guys. She does amazing interiors and prints. And she was very kind to give us 2 things, not 1 but 2. You can have a look, friend. There's a frame in there, and there's also a mirror. Be careful, it's a little heavy.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, you can keep it. You can keep it there.
Picture. Don't forget some.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet of her, honestly.
Oh,
cute.
Yeah, it's a
Cute.
cute little mirror
Show the
to hang in
camera.
your room or wherever you like.
It's really cute. And there is a frame.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
really
I really
pretty.
thought it was
Oh,
really
that's
cute.
really
That's
cool.
really
Very
cool.
Show it to the
creative.
camera. It says
That is
flop
so
arrow.
cool. I love it.
I just thought that's so fun.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for playing this game. We have one more game. This is just gonna be like a fun one, and I'm also gonna be playing this game. So guys, we're gonna play one last game, and we're also nearing the end of this podcast episode. This game is called Who's Most Likely To, and Mahmooda is gonna be helping us. She happens to be my creative assistant slash producer slash. You'll meet her eventually, but she's gonna be helping us with this game. So let's start, Mahmooda.
Okay. So, whoever you think is most likely to just say their names. Who is most likely to cry or get an anxiety attack at the most minor inconvenience?
Arzish.
Trinette from personal experience.
I think it's.
I think
both of
Arzish.
us.
I think both of
I
you
think that's
probably.
what we have in common. We're both really anxious in the same way.
Yeah, that's true. So, I guess we're both.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to ditch a plan last minute?
Trinette.
You also said Trinette. It's true. Me. Even I will say me. That is true.
Most likely to show up in the middle of the night if needed.
Katu.
Katu.
Kattu.
I
And
would
Mikhail
like-
Are we
as
supposed to
well.
point or
I would
say
say
me
both
too?
of them.
Yeah, Miku, you.
Sweet.
At least for me, because I can't be the swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miku too.
Yeah,
Miku
Miku too.
Who's most likely to exaggerate a story to make it more interesting?
I think
Trinette.
me.
Yeah, Trintu.
No, I love your stories.
That's why you love
Exaggerate. I always put a little mirch masala and I tell you. No, that's why.
Tone, the way you
And
say
you
it.
do
No,
really
yeah,
good impressions.
Very animated, I think. That's why. Huh?
You do really good impressions.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just the way you say, like, tell the stories rather than
Okay, so
exactly.
then I'll say you then.
Me?
No, I don't. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I think me. Honestly, I think me. But chalo, next.
Who's most likely to get married first?
You guys.
Yeah, one of you two.
I think me.
I think you.
I think you,
Yeah.
maybe.
I think you may. It's gonna be Arjun's wild card.
Arzesh, wild card. Okay.
Who's most likely to get lost in their own city?
Arzesh. Without a doubt. Has to be her.
Right outside her house.
Yeah,
Like,
I
where am
saw
I?
it. Where am I?
You're the sweetest.
I'm joking now.
That actually happened.
But it's
Not
true.
around the world.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Most likely to accidentally text their ex.
Miku.
Mikhail.
Yeah, Miku.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Not accidentally though.
Not accident.
On purpose.
Most likely to cook and send everyone food.
Khatu.
Khatu and Mikhail both.
And Trinette. All
Not
three of
me.
you.
I've never
Call
done
us and
it.
feed us. Khatu will
I'll
always send
call you guys and
food.
feed you.
No,
Khatu and you both send food. So, yeah.
Oh, just send it.
Khatu
I
and
thought
Miku.
send pictures.
No,
Oh.
like actually send.
Picture
yeah,
of
do
the
all
food.
She never
that,
sends actual
I
food.
never send.
Just
yeah.
pictures.
Just come, I'll feed you. Yeah, I literally just sent her pictures. I'm so bad. Okay, next.
Who's most likely to be the parent of the group?
Khatu.
Me. Yeah. She's like me.
Okay. Who's
Where-
most likely to get pissed if someone disagrees with them?
Arjun?
Really?
I feel like for some things,
Uh,
but not really.
I don't think any of us.
Yeah.
We don't. We've never really had that, you know, that
Yeah,
agitation
we've never really
towards
had
something.
a falling out also.
Yeah.
No, none of us.
Who's most likely to get famous but pretend they're still low key?
Shintos. Yeah.
But I am
Khatu
low
as
key
well.
and I'm
And
not
Khatu, yeah.
famous.
Both of you.
Both
Yeah,
of
Khatu.
you.
I would say Khatu.
You have that humble outlook.
Yeah.
Just humble gals, you know, Khatu.
Just very anxious. We're just very anxious.
Just humble ladies, you know. Okay. Next.
Most likely to have a mystery situationship no one knows about.
Mikhail.
Yeah. I feel.
I know about it.
I feel like yeah.
I think
you
even
might.
Arzish maybe.
I feel like Arzish. Yes.
Both of these.
This couch.
This couch.
Who's most likely to zone out in the middle of a convo?
Trinette.
I think me.
Shinto.
You too.
Is that you zoning out right now?
Are you zoning out? Are you bored on my podcast?
No, our entire thesis was me zoning out.
That's true.
Don't you remember? You
But
just
like
started
when we're talking, you know, sometimes I just kind of
No, my attention
Get
is
lost.
always on you.
so it's you. Like
I think it's me.
Then we have to go like Trinto, and she was like, "Yeah, guys."
Yeah, that does happen.
But she pretends to listen, which is really
yeah.
funny.
Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, and I have
हम
no
बड़ा
idea.
सुनते we know our favorite
Yeah.
song.
That's true. That's true.
Most likely to laugh at the wrong moment.
What?
Miku.
Laugh at the
Laugh.
wrong
I
moment.
feel like yeah.
Maybe mix, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a coping mechanism.
Who's most likely to have the worst or weirdest Google search history?
I don't
Arzish.
think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. I wish for sure. Hands down.
This seat again.
Yeah.
No? This couch.
Okay, so just be full of symptoms. What is happening to me right now?
Okay. Khatu, maybe even you, okay?
Really?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
never know.
feel like it could be.
Yeah, could be.
She's a freak on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, you never know. Okay.
Who's most likely to stay friends with their ex?
Oh man,
You?
I don't
I
think
just don't want to
anyone.
answer this for
No
everyone's
one. I think
betterment.
no one.
Yeah.
I think no one. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone.
No one.
Yeah.
I don't got an ex, so I don't know.
Neither do I. So.
Who's most likely to ghost someone instead of breaking up?
Trinette and Khatu sometimes. And
I think
you
I
as
would
well.
I feel
not
I feel like
ghost.
all
I
in
feel
a
like all of us,
relationship, I
all
don't
of
think
us,
I
I
would
feel like
ghost.
have that.
Except for me, I don't ghost
Like
you guys.
in a
In a
relationship, I wouldn't.
wait,
Oh.
relationship ka
Wait.
context. What's the context of a relationship?
Yeah.
Any sort of relationship?
No, I guess obviously not a long-term relationship, but like
So we're not talking about friends, more than friends.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
situations.
I wouldn't ghost.
Situationships.
I don't think any of us would ghost. Like,
I mean, some people are. I
We're
mean,
too old for
okay,
that.
maybe Miku then. Okay,
Okay,
next.
that concludes
That's
our
it?
segment. Yeah.
All right, guys, this concludes our episode. Thank you so much once again for coming. And I just want to thank you guys again. Like, thank you times a trillion for coming. And I really hope you guys had fun. And let's see how this is received. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye. Take good care of yourselves.